All right, well, hello everyone and happy Monday. It's digital host AJ Wuest welcoming you back to Before the Four this Monday afternoon. I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend. Wherever you're watching Before the Four this afternoon, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or the 48 Now live stream. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending just a bit of your Monday afternoon here. Now first, let's begin in Huntsville, where today Huntsville hospital officials announced that they would be seeking approval from the state to build 2 freestanding emergency departments. Officials say upon approval, they will build the departments in Hampton Cove along with North Huntsville. At Madison Hospital, the existing emergency department will grow by 6 beds, increasing capacity by 25%. President and CEO of Huntsville Hospital, Jeff Sam, says they have submitted a letter of intent to the state of Alabama and will formally apply for a certificate of need later this summer. At this time, no details were released as to exact locations the freestanding emergency departments will be held in. But 48's Callie Neese today is working to learn more. She'll have the latest details coming up in our evening newscasts. But now moving out to DeKalb County to the town of Ider, where today a person was tragically killed in a motorcycle crash near the state line. Ider police say the crash involved a motorcycle and heavy equipment near the intersection of Alabama 75 and County Road 134. Officers are asking drivers to avoid the area until the scene can be cleared, and state troopers are currently investigating this crash. We'll have the latest details coming to you your way as soon as we learn more. But now it's a hot one today as we kickstart the new work week. Let's see what 48 First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis has to say about what to expect weather-wise this week. Brad?
Over the next 10 days, the heat's going to be the bigger problem than the thunderstorms, I have a feeling. Right now, there's not a whole lot out there, just a few isolated showers, some thunderstorms. Nothing quite like yesterday yet, but the day is young still. But again, the chance for showers and storms continues for the rest of the day. Here's a live view of the Parkway. 91, again, the heat is the big story. Make sure you're staying hydrated this week. Rain chances drop quite a bit tomorrow, down to 20%. And then we're keeping 30 in there for Wednesday, Thursday. I think perhaps an increase in the shower and thunderstorm activity as we enter the weekend and then begin Friday, in fact, with that increase. The next 3 days, high temperatures in the low to mid 90s. Heat index values 100 to about 105. So again, stay hydrated out there. We're getting ready to see a stretch of 90-degree weather that's probably going to take us all the way into the month of August. That's your typical late July weather.
Very good to know. And also don't forget 48 First Alert Weather Extra. That is tonight at 9:30. First Alert Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis. He'll be back here in the CTV Center and he'll have all the latest that he's seeing on the radar. Again, that is tonight at 9:30. You can watch it wherever you're watching Before the Four right now, but you're just not going to want to miss it. But now, as the population expands in different counties throughout the Tennessee Valley, emergency management agency leaders know that they have to continuously upgrade their sirens when dealing with severe weather. In Lauderdale County, there are 82 sirens. Officials say the sirens were installed between the 1960s and 1990s. Lauderdale County EMA Director Brad Holmes says they are hoping to start a 5-year plan to ensure sirens are repaired or replaced as needed. As of now, they are already beginning to repair and replace a few sirens around the county. At this time, 13 sirens are being repaired and 3 are being replaced in 2025. These new sirens will have automated voice commands to let people know what event is occurring. They will also have commands specific to areas and circumstances. This means if there is a disaster relief area set up, the siren can broadcast that out to the area. On top of that, the sirens will be able to let officials know when the siren is out of order and what exactly is wrong with it. Holmes says right now they rely on the public to let them know if a siren is not working. Although Holmes admits the plan is costly, he adds that you cannot put a price on lives. Let's take a listen.
Extremely important to our community and notifying individuals, particularly those that are outside enjoying this beautiful area of our state, of what might happen. We have a tremendous number of visitors that come into Northwest Alabama, and this provides another quality of life resource to ensure safety.
But now we're going to head to break, but coming up, a story in case you missed it, new details from a murder in Marshall County, the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscast, and of course, we got to get to Facebook fun. It's all ahead. I'll be right back in 1 minute. All right, well, hello and welcome back to Before the Four. Now in Marshall County with the story in case you missed it. Newly available court documents are revealing more details about a murder near the Asbury community that left a 69-year-old man dead. 48's Noah Cowell with those new details.
Jerry Anderson's family members and neighbors tell me the suspect, Rafael Camacho, showed signs of violence before his neighbor's murder. And court records reveal what led up to Camacho's arrest and that this wasn't the first time that he had trouble with the law. Anderson was found dead with a gunshot wound to the face Monday night in his Asbury home, just a day after his birthday. Court records show that on Tuesday, police searched Camacho's home just a couple doors down the street and found a handgun and a shotgun with red-brown stains.
I could just see him sitting on that couch looking up at somebody fixing to shoot him. And my brain can't comprehend that. And I know his brothers and sisters will never get over it, or his son, or his daughter, or his little grandson that he worshiped, and his little grandson worshiped him.
Anderson's next-door neighbor tells me they saw Camacho walking up and down the street carrying a shotgun in the weeks leading up to the murder. Now, they also heard verbal fights between the two. Anderson's brother says they all started when Camacho's pit bull killed Anderson's dog.
He heard the man cussing Jerry and slammed Jerry's trailer door. And he said that Jerry walked around outside with a gun over his shoulder. So that let me know that Jerry knew he was in danger.
As a convicted felon, Camacho is not allowed to own a gun. Court records show he was convicted of first-degree theft last November and sentenced to 4.5 years in prison, but he was released weeks later on probation. He told the police the guns were not his, but admitted he fired the shotgun behind his home the day before the murder. Records show he also admitted to being at Anderson's house the night he was killed, but just to smoke with him. Anderson's family believes law enforcement caught the right guy, but nothing will satisfy them. Nothing will bring back their loved one.
Justice don't heal us. Justice will never take this pain out of our heart. But I want the person that did it to get what he deserves.
Court records show police also found stains on Camacho's boots, which he claimed was his own blood. Camacho is currently in the Marshall County Jail without bond. Reporting in Asbury, Noah Cowell, 48 News, on your side.
Well, now moving on to sports. Today, of course, starts SEC Football Media Days in Atlanta, Georgia. 48 Sports Director Carl Prather is there this week, and right here, wherever you're watching Before the Four right now, tonight at 6:30 p.m., I will be speaking with Carl to recap day one of SEC Media Days. It's all sponsored by Huntsville Trucks. Make sure to tune in tonight at 6:30 to hear what Carl has to say. Football season is definitely right around the corner, so now is the time to get hyped. If you're an SEC football fan, you're just not going to want to miss it. And speaking of which, let's head into the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscasts. Concerns about a fish kill in Muscle Shoals. 48's Faith Delp will have those details coming up. An update on a man accused of murdering a woman in Florence. And hear about a Huntsville man accused of shooting into a car along with a home. All that and more in our evening newscast. And these are just a few of the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up. But now it is time for Facebook fun. That's right, it is 3:50. Let's see what you all had to say today. Our 48 Facebook question of the day. What is your go-to meal at a restaurant? What are you ordering at a restaurant typically? Let's see what you all had to say. It looks like Peggy Phillips said honey pecan chicken at Old Heidelberg. I haven't had that. I would like to try that. Thank you for the recommendation there. Lori said wings. Hey, you cannot beat some good wings. That is usually a frequent for me. I'm usually ordering wings quite a bit at restaurants. Let's see. David Muir said steak from Tom Brown's. You gotta love some steak, 100%. Looks like we got some home-cooked chicken from Philip. Nothing like some nice home-cooked chicken, some fried chicken. You gotta love it. Salmon, that's what Sarah said. We have any salmon lovers today on Before the Four? If you are, leave a comment. I like salmon, I like fish. I'm typically not a huge fish guy, but I'll eat some salmon, of course. Outback prime rib. Gotta love it. Every time I'm going to Outback, I'm either getting that prime rib or I'm getting the prime rib sandwich. It is just, I mean, you gotta get it. Looks like we have some chicken tenders from Magali. That used to be my go-to. Everywhere I went, I used to always order chicken tenders with honey mustard. You gotta love it. And I feel like we had one that we might have skipped. We mentioned Collins' chat. He said the Outback prime rib, loaded baked potato and salad. I like prime rib with mashed potatoes as well. That's typically the go-to side I'm ordering is mashed potatoes. But awesome comments from you all on today's 48 Facebook question of the day. Looks like you all have great taste here across the Tennessee Valley. Y'all, I'm going to let you out a little bit early today, but thank you so much for sticking around this afternoon and tuning in to Before the Four. I hope you all have a great evening. Enjoy tonight's evening newscast, and also make sure to stick around for Carl Prather tonight at 6:30, wherever you're watching Before the Four right now. He'll be recapping day one of SEC Media Days, so you're just not going to want to miss it. But you all have a great night, and as always, thank you so much for watching. You all have a great night.